Today is day 12 of this 30-day Yoga Lattes challenge. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Um, this is going to be a 15-minute workout. I am not sure what it's going to be, but we can just jump into it in just a minute. Before I get started with this yoga Pilates workout, I'm going to do my warm-up, which is a headstand, a back bend, and a handstand. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in. If you're here on YouTube or TikTok, feel free to drop a comment in to say hello, to let me know if you actually did the practice with me or not, or if you're motivated to do something good for yourself. I try to live my life intentionally each and every day. I've got 10 intentions that I follow each and every day, and I try to do them all. The first is to wake up in the morning and pray and read my Bible and just, spend time with God to get a good word in, to start my day, because that's my motivation for the day. It gives me peace. I also take progress pictures each and every day, and I do kind of like a video journal of my progress on the challenge, and to say how well I did the previous day as well. I do at least two 30-minute workouts. I am committed to walking at least a mile a day, doing yoga each day, and so if those are 30 minutes each, they count for my two 30-minute workouts. If not, I do two other 30-minute workouts. I try to avoid sugar every day. What else? Oh, read. I have a book that I'm always reading. I read at least 10 pages in a book, and I try to stick to a diet of my choice as well. And on the waterfront, I try to drink at least eight ounce glasses of water each day. So I think that those are my 10 intentions. Hopefully I got them down. But that's what I try to do each and every day. I do believe that doing good things for my mind, my body, and my spirit puts me in a position just to be the best version of myself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And being in balance is just a way to have overall wellness, and to be able to show up as the best version of myself each and every day. I find that it's very helpful in terms of just having balance in my life and balancing stress and avoiding overwhelming situations. There's good stress and bad stress in your life. The bad stress comes from, it could come from work, it could come from illness or challenges or worries or those types of things, or just the heavy demands that are placed on you for work, family commitments, whatever. And then there's good stress, and the good stress is doing things like exercising, yoga, walking, riding your bike, playing pickleball, all those things that you do to burn calories and get your body moving. It's a stress that you place on your body that's very good. I know that I have had some mental health challenges in the past, and when I forget about being intentional about putting good stresses on my body, I put myself in a position to be consumed by all my day-to-day responsibilities, and just putting forth too much effort towards that. And then at a time when crisis strikes, or I really have to go hard on things, I haven't stored enough good stress out to keep me balanced. So I have had those challenges in the past, and I realize that this is what I have to do, and how I have to live my life intentionally every day, so I can just honestly stay in my right mind each and every day. So that's important to me. In 1997, I was diagnosed. I had I guess what I would call a mental break, like a manic episode. Some people can call it a nervous breakdown or whatever, but I ended up in the hospital, behavioral health hospital for like 12 days, and I didn't know what the heck happened, what was going on with me, how to feel about it afterwards. And then I kind of got past it with therapy, did all these things. But 8 years later, I found myself in the same situation. And then again, 8 years after that, I found myself in the same situation where I just let, the demands of work and family and friends just get the best of me. And so I had to learn the hard way that I have to be intentional about being good to myself and prioritizing my mental health, my spiritual well-being, and my physical health, so that I don't have to deal with those type of mental health challenges. And thank the Lord that He guided me to figure that out, because it's been a really, really long time since I had those challenges. In fact, it's been, I guess, since maybe 2013. And so, not quite 13 years ago, so I broke that 8-year cycle some time ago, and I think I found the answer for my life to be the best version of myself, so that I don't ever have to deal with those things again. And so I try to live my life out loud and share those things, because I think that we are more alike than we are different. And so if I had those type of challenges, there's plenty of people that have those type of challenges. And so if I found a way to overcome for me, I think by sharing those type of things out loud in my community, that might help someone else. Again, everybody's situation is different, but that's what works for me. And I would encourage you, if you're having any challenges or struggles, that you figure out what works best for you in your life. So that was probably more of a share than I had anticipated this morning. But let me go ahead and just jump into this warm up and then this yoga practice. But again, I hope you'll do it with me. And if you don't, I hope you are at least inspired to do something good for yourself. Okay, here we go. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I thought I'd just stop a second. You know, I'm finding that after my lives, I'm not able to see. It's saying that I don't have any viewers or any comments. So let me just check real quick before I go into this yoga practice. All right, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me on day 12 of this morning Yoga Pilates challenge. Today's practice is for proper posture, so we'll have a little bit of abdominal strength poses and movements, and then we're also going to do a little bit of back bending, spinal flexion and extension, so all wonderful for cultivating proper posture. Let's begin lying down on our backs, no props required. I'm just using my little foam pad here. So maybe you want to double up your mat if you know that you have a sensitive tailbone like me. But just start by widening your feet, letting your knees fall in towards one another, and we're going to reach our arms up overhead so that we're stretching a little bit through the upper back and broadening through the collarbones. And just take a few deep breaths here all the way down into your belly. You can bring your arms into a little cactus shape so that you're bending at the elbows. And lifting the knees up, we're just going to drop them side to side in a windshield wiper motion. So inviting a little bit of a spinal twist. Both of my shoulder blades are staying connected to the mat. And I'm really just dropping the knees side to side. Try to draw your lower belly in and up, almost pushing into your lower back into the mat, so that you're not arching for your lower back too much. So spinal rotations, just one of the essential spinal movements that are really good and healthy for us to do every day. And coming all the way back through to center, go ahead and draw your knees in towards your belly. We're going to set ourselves up for the 100 right away into core strength. So go ahead and lift head and shoulders off of the mat. Extend your arms out, and you choose if you want to have your knees in this tabletop stance. If you'd like to intensify a little bit this morning, you can reach your legs either to a high V or a lower diagonal. The lower the legs are, the harder this is going to be. Begin to actively pump the arms up and down at around a hip height. And we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Draw the lower belly in and up, lifting both shoulder blades off of the mat, hugging the legs in towards the midline, whether the knees are straight or bent. So we're not pushing the stomach out. Take 2 more cycles like this. Last one. And pause. Knees in towards your chest. Relax head and shoulders on the mat. Take a moment here. And let's bring our feet flat to the floor, arms by your sides, palms pressing down into the mat. Let's lift up into bridge pose. So rock the pelvis, push into your heels, squeeze through your seats, and lift on up. And think of really lengthening your tailbone. So flattening out the area of your lower back. And maybe lift your heels off of the mat so you're just on the balls of the feet. Keep rolling the shoulders down and away from the ears. Let's bring our heels back down, slowly lower all the way back to the mat. One more core strengthening exercise from Pilates. This is your double leg stretch. So knees come in towards the chest, lift head and shoulders off of the mat. We're going to inhale, reach the arms and legs in opposition to that high V. And then exhale, pull it in. So inhale and exhale, gather it in. 3 more just like this. Scooping the abdominals in and up. Last one. And release. Let's come back into our bridge pose. Feet flat to the floor. Push down into the palms. Lift through your hips, low back and mid back. Hug a little bit through your inner thighs so that you're not rolling over onto your little toes. And same thing, maybe go ahead and lift your heels up. See if you can create a little bit more space this way. Heels come down to the mat and roll all the way inch by inch. Straighten your legs and flex your feet. You can have your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to use a roll up in order to come up. So arms extend up overhead. You're going to inhale, lift head and shoulders off the mat, and maintain a curve through your spine as you reach, exhale all the way forward. And lift yourself back up. I'm just going to shift back on my mat here so I have some space for spine stretch forward. Arms parallel to the mat. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. You're welcome to bend your knees here. Exhale, chin to chest, nose to navel, crown of the head to the mat. Stretch forward, pull the belly in. Inhale, uncurl, and lift yourself up twice more. Exhale. And inhale, peeling back up. Last one like this. So like you're rolling over a ball, not trying to flatten towards our legs. We're staying lifted all the way up. And let's bring our hands behind the back of the head for a spinal twist. You're going to inhale to center. And as you exhale, twist to the right. And it's almost like 2 twists. So twisting once and then twice a little bit further. Inhale back through to center, and then exhale and exhale. Not moving through your hips. Really try to isolate this through your mid and upper back. So both of my hip bones are still facing forward. One more on each side. So exhale, twist a little further. Inhale to center and exhale. All the way back through. And let's release. We're going to find our downward facing dog. Crossing at the ankles. Tucking the toes under. Go ahead and lift your hips up and back. First downward dog of the day. Go ahead and bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg. Get some movement going through your hips as you stretch your shoulders, stretch through your arms. No tension in your neck, letting your head be heavy. And let's inhale, come all the way forward into your plank pose. Keep the back of the head up. Exhale, press it up and back, downward facing dog. Twice more, just like this. Inhale, ripple forward through to the strong plank. Exhale, press it up and back. Last one, inhale. And exhale. From this downward dog, go ahead and reach your right leg up towards the side. Bend your knee, open up your hip, and we'll find our low lunge. So the right foot will step forward in between the hands to the top of the mat. Back knee comes down. And we're going to lift ourselves up, tailbone lengthens down, lower abdominals hug in. And we're going to find that same little cactus shape that we did at the beginning of class where you're bending the elbows, keeping the elbows roughly at the same height as your shoulders. Adding a little bit of a back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you and lift your heart up. So think of this as being an upper back chest opener rather than being a movement coming from your lower back. Lifting up a little bit more. And let's release. We're going to lower all the way down to our belly. Interlace your hands behind your lower back, coming up into locust. So shrug the shoulders down, Lift the knuckles off of your tailbone and then maybe pick the legs up as well. Engaging all of the muscles along the back, along our spine, engaging through the glutes, the hamstrings. One more big breath in here. And let's release, press it back, downward facing dog. And we'll go repeat this over on the second side. Left leg rises, bend your left knee, open up your hip. Step it forward into our low lunge. Back knee comes down to the mat. Lifting ourselves up, tucking tailbone under slightly. So there's still abdominal engagement in this pose. Cap the shape of your arms as you bend your elbows. And think of squeezing shoulder blades behind you, lifting your heart up towards the sky, and keeping those elbows up as well. And one more big breath into the pose. And carefully place the hands down. We're going to lower all the way to our belly once more. We're going to do locust again, but this time go ahead and interlace your hands the other way so you have your other thumb on top. Lift the knuckles off of the lower back as you lift the chest off the mat, and then maybe also lift your legs up. Hugging in through the midline. Back of the neck is long. Think of even drawing the lower abdominals in and up. And let's release, let's press back, downward facing dog. You're welcome to hang out in this downward dog for a few breaths, or you can take a full vinyasa. Inhaling forward to plank pose. Maybe chaturanga, exhale, hovering halfway. Cobra or your upward facing dog. And back into this last downward dog, stretch it out. And let's find child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, press back. 5 deep breaths here. If it feels good, you can always press your hands together, bend at the elbows, bringing the thumbs towards the back of your neck, so you're stretching a little bit more through the shoulders and through the upper back. Slowing down your breath, slowing down your heart rate. Noticing how much we can do in just a short period of time. If you have the elbows bent, straighten the arms again. Start to walk your hands in so that you're lifting yourself up. And come to take a seat onto our affirmation of the day. So our affirmation today for day 12, I love every cell in my body. So closing the eyes. I love every cell in my body, internally repeating this a few times. Moving through our day with this intention. Hands come together at the front of the heart. Let's chant Om together one time. Inhale to chant, breathe in. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing day 12 with me. I hope you enjoyed it and that you feel ready for the day ahead. Leave me a comment before you go, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow for day 13.
All right, day 12 down in the books. I'm happy about it. Now I am headed to the gym, or hopefully I'll get some walking and reading and some pickleball as well. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and I hope that you will be back again tomorrow.